Speaking of dweebs, McDavid and Draisaitl. Don't piss off Draisaitl and McDavid. If you're the Florida Panthers and you see those guys nobody look at them, nobody touch them, nobody breathe at them, don't say anything. How many times in this post, you know what? It's almost like the Oilers are more addicted to drama than the last girlfriend I had in Vancouver. She would just crave it, and the Oilers do as well. We fall down 3-0 to the Panthers, and we come back and bury them in OT. Head into the headboard, 5-4, Draisaitl, one-hander off the D-man through Bob's legs. How many comebacks against the Kings? How many comebacks against the Dallas Stars and the Vegas Golden Knights? They're just the comeback kids.
Win or lose, I think the same thing's going to happen because McDavid got the Conn Smythe last year in a losing bid in the finals. Draisaitl is already locked up. 4 overtime winners. So, start chiseling his name in now to the Conn Smythe. Like, that's unbelievable.
Start the car.
It always blows me away. I mean, they always say records are made to be broken, but the fact that 4 overtime winners. The CBC calls it the overtime magic. They like to show the overtime winners. The fact that 4 of them, and he scores it one-handed. Like, it's just mind-blowing. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this, because you mentioned McDavid and Draisaitl, and those are the first 2 names that come to mind when you mentioned the Edmonton Oilers. They're the heart and soul of that team. No one's debating that.
You're telling me Skinner's not the heart and soul of the Oilers?
Once upon a time, when the Vancouver Canucks made their cup run, in that era, not that year, but in that era, they had Naslund, Bertuzzi, Morrison. Like, they had their crew, and it became like those are the guys. Like you said, there's those guys, and then a whole pile of poop, and then the rest of the team. Do you think the dressing room has that culture? Because I don't think they do, based on what Corey Perry. There's not rumors, but there's reports going around right now that the worm stood up in the middle of that room, and he's the one that got them fired up in that second period to make the comeback and tie it up 3-3 going into the third.
Now listen, I'm no doctor, but I have stayed at the Holiday Inn Express before. I'm telling you firsthand, the Oilers got a fantastic locker room. If you watch the video when Hyman gets busted up and he's out for the playoffs and Draisaitl's FaceTime and, hey, Hymo, what's up, buddy? Or McDavo, pass the Saki, pass the Clearfeld. They have an incredible locker room. And I think maybe that's why I hate them so much, because I had a lot of bad locker rooms that I played in when guys are chirping at each other, they're turning on each other, and the Oilers look like they just got a great vibe in there. I think they got a phenomenal locker room. And then also, you're totally forgetting that game 2 when McDavid absolutely danced Barkov and Ekblad, made Ekblad look like you with one eye trying to
he's playing pond hockey.
Oh, it's like NHL 2K11 on easy mode. It's not even fair. The fact that he dances, the best defensive offensive player in the world, arguably one of the best D-men in the game, and then feathers it through somebody's stick right on Draisaitl's tape, bang, past the best goalie in the world, man. He is special. He's special.
It is worth mentioning, Bernie Nichols is one of only 6 players to have over 150 points in an NHL season, and he did that playing wing with Wayne Gretzky. Leon Draisaitl is fantastic. Nobody's denying that. Could he do it on his own? Like, if he gets shipped, if they lose and he gets shipped, can he do that elsewhere?
Or if Connor goes back to Toronto? He's a free agent next summer. He hasn't signed a deal. Imagine he takes his cup.
Is he UFA or RFA?
UFA. Imagine McDavid gets his cup this year and then bounces next summer. Says, see you later, alligator.
Ooh. Yeah, it's going to be a fun offseason.
Well, not this offseason, next offseason.
Yeah, I know. But it's kind of like the whole Vladdy Guerrero situation, right? In Toronto, where he's like, that's fine. I'll play my last year here. Know that it's my last year. I'm moving on next year, and I'm willing to take offers if you're not going to pay me $500,000 or $500 million is what he was asking for. So, yeah, I'm really curious to see if they can get that locked up. It all depends.
It all depends on Stuart Skinner.
You're jumping from the fire pan into the fire if you're going from Edmonton to Toronto when it comes to the fans and when it comes to the scrutiny. Edmonton is a smaller market by about a quarter in comparison to Toronto, but I think the heat is just as high.
Fans piss me off too. Both fan bases, Oilers and Leafs fans, stink.
They're very comparable. They really are.
The Oilers are the new Leafs fans. You know what pisses me off the most about Edmonton Oilers fans? Now, we love the people of Alberta, the great, soon-to-be 51st state of Canada.
My birth province.
The people that are the Oilers fans, these people will stand up and fight you any day of the week, whether McDavid is better than Draisaitl or who deserves the Conn Smythe trophy, but not one of them will stand up to stop our country being plunged into poverty in the third world the last 10 years. Absolutely makes me shake my head. But Stuart Skinner, though.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.